Have you ever had your heart broken?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like this one girl. I liked her for a long time. And
I think one of my biggest heartbreaks that I had to go through was I was with this guy that started off really sweet and then it ended up being really sour and toxic and abusive, and it just came out of nowhere because he was a genuine guy. We'd known each other for a long time, and I guess that was the biggest heartbreak, is to know that the kind of true person that he ended up being, and I had to step away from that. It ended up being really hard. So yeah.
How did you find the, I guess, ability to see that and leave that? Because when you're in the situation, you can sometimes
it can be
get
blind.
accustomed to it. How did you say, like, these are red flags and I'm gonna respect them and like it's time to go?
Oh, gosh, I'm actually currently estranged from all of my children. Well, one's dead, that was heartbreaking. And the other three, we're not, we don't see each other anymore. I don't think there ever is a healing process when you lose love. That wound stays there forever, and you just keep going. You know, walking around with a gaping wound, I guess.
Losing people is heartbreaking. So that's a lot of words for a shy person.
sometimes people, I think, commit too much on feelings and then can't necessarily step up to the plate to fulfill them. So love can be lost whether or not it was intended to be lost.
She was everything to me, but there's more to love than that statement. I didn't do those things that I said I think love are, so I felt in love. I was head over heels for her. She was everything to me, but I don't think it's a matter of emotion. If love is something you do, then I didn't. And that kills me, because she was my best friend and I still love her. But I don't know that I loved her, if that makes sense.
It's not like one thing that brought to the picture of red flags. It was unfortunately a multiple of a lot of red flags that I was, I guess, willing to either adapt with so we could work long term, but over time emotionally it was just draining, and then it's like, okay, well, is this really healthy for me? Obviously not. So the hard part is just starting the conversation with that significant other. You know, I think that's what sets back a lot of people, is getting that process started, because it can be really damaging emotionally, physically, you know, all kinds of things.
Yeah, it's by the same girl that I was in love with, but it takes time, but I'm slowly getting over it. So, yeah.
Would you be willing to talk about it a little?
We were in love at one point, but it wasn't. It became something that wasn't what I would call love. It was more destructive and kind of the opposite of love. And I would have wanted more honesty, because I feel like that is a big part of love, but it wasn't there, so it wasn't the love that I thought it was.
It was just this girl that I met, and we started dating, and then out of nowhere, we got really close, and then out of nowhere she broke up with me, and it really hurt. It made me think about what's wrong with me, and why would she just end it so suddenly without telling me why. And it hurt, but then I just realized I can't live in the past and dwell on things, and so I just need to move on. So.
Had your heart broken?
I have, yes. I have been deeply in love, my, puppy love, and thought I was gonna get married to that person and love them forever.
I like this one girl. I liked her for a long time, and that was just something that never really went away.
and it's something that I really had to deal with, just knowing that like it wasn't gonna happen. And so like that's kind of sucked, but I don't know, it's a growing experience as well, being able to not find my acceptance just in like reciprocated love or in like, I don't know, like not finding my acceptance in people. Like I grew up like in a Christian like home, but it didn't really click for me for a long time until I saw like really crazy like stuff happen that I just wasn't able to explain. And I also felt like a level of intimacy and like an acceptance and like a hope and like a reason that I'd never really had before. Everyone loves being in relationships and I love that. But I think that when you find your acceptance in that, like people are always ultimately gonna let you down in the end. No matter how good their intentions are, like no one's perfect. For me, it's just been like a long journey of kind of understanding, regardless of like the stuff that I think about myself or like my insecurities or like the ways that I've viewed myself as not good enough. It's like I was created with a purpose. Like I just have to be me, and I just have to, you know that I am loved. So.
I didn't really, at the time, I was young and I didn't really know how to be loving and supportive in a way that you need to be in a relationship. And so like, you know, things kind of went south and I got dumped. It's heartbreaking. Listened to a lot of sad songs and had a really hard time getting over it, but eventually moved on and am currently in love, so that's always nice.
Sadly, there are a lot of people in this world that think they love you, or like you at least, and then they turn out to leave you or not be the person that you thought they were, that they thought they were.
You know, I've been divorced for a long time. Although it didn't last more than 10 years. 10 years? Yeah, about 10 years. I was in love with her. And that was a tough breakup.
You were told, in my day and age, you get out of school, you get married, you have children, that is your life. I did that. I wish somebody had told me differently, that I could live my own life. Communication was what killed our relationship. Never talked, never once argued, never had a fight in our life, which I thought was wonderful until you realize we just didn't talk. We lived completely separate lives, and then some bad things happened financially that I still to this day do not know what happened.
That's fun.
And lies, because of the non-communication, lies just started to pile up. And at one point I just said that's enough. And I'm actually one that left him. And I learned that I had a voice after I left him.
But it's okay, because every day is a new day and the sun will rise and we can try again.